So what?
All right,
What's under here?
We're going to tell you about the
The meteor that you were digging up earlier?
oh, that was clay.
Meteor.
All right, so yeah, we excavated here, and at the bottom of each of these cement blocks, there's a cement paver of the same width and length. So they're all setting on a bed of pavers. That means there's
flat ones, right?
Yeah, and we've got clay lining the bottom here where it comes into contact at the bottom. So those joints are sealed at the bottom. And then there's more clay up the sides and underneath. Now the clay is not going to permanently stop the water from coming out. It's going to leak like a sieve in all actuality. And that's what we really want, because the object of this particular trench here is not to hold water.
Time release. Oh,
But it's to release it.
I think it's full.
Yep. And now we've reached the point where the water is coming all the way up to these points here, and pretty soon we'll see it running across and out here. Whenever we see that, we'll know that we're as full as we're going to get.
Run, cricket, run.
Oh, you see how the water is coming up inside there, down there. Got water coming up underneath. So we have water coming up underneath. If I were to put any sort of plants in those, I need to put some more potting soil in there. But if I were to put any kind of plant in those, the water would be coming right up underneath into the root zones while I'm watering here, so they get really well hydrated. And of course, that water seeps out further and further away.
Very slowly, so it isn't
But slowly.
lost.
So the water isn't lost, right? Because we do have that clay there. You can hold some water if the water stays on it long enough for it to absorb in. And the problem with rainwater is it doesn't stay on that clay long enough for it to infiltrate into the clay. This way, the water will be on the clay, well, to either side of it, long enough for the water to actually infiltrate and do some good.
Okay, it's flowing over on this side.
And by way of convenience,
It is sloped.
yep, a little bit of slope there. The next one of these I build, I have to remember to
Put a level?
Put the level on it as I'm going and not eyeball it.
Oh, you can eyeball it. It's
Now-
my yard. I don't have to be perfect.
Now, by way of convenience, everything that I will plant in the future on this side here and on that side over there, I won't have to come and water each plant individually. All I have to do is drop the hose into the bottom over there, fill it up, let it go. That amounts to, for the distance from here to the curb, and the same amount of distance over there on the other side.
So almost to the
Almost to where the patio is. And the patio, of course, doesn't have its own irrigation. But almost 1 inch per week, which is recommended watering. So this area here to be watered for, all it needs to be watered for a week, just fill up the trough, let it run out. That's watered for a week, and it will release it slowly over time so it doesn't get wasted.